Hello, welcome back to the Road to Episode 7, my ongoing series where I chart the road to the release of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens on December 18, 2015. Today is Force Friday. I'll be posting this video on Saturday because Saturday is the Road to Episode 7 day now, and last Saturday we had 4 videos in one day. Today I can fit it all into one. I mean, there's so much that has been announced and kind of thrown out there over the past couple of days with Force Friday, the 18-hour-long live streaming event of unboxing all the toys that are coming out today, the toys, the comics, everything. Lucasfilm, Disney, they are plastering Star Wars onto every item imaginable. Anything you can think of, they've put something Star Wars related onto it. You know, the Funko Pops, bags, and beds, and toys, and Lego, and just anything you can think of. They probably have a Star Wars tripod, a Force Awakens tripod, with C-3PO's face on it, no doubt. Anyway, I'm looking at a tripod right now, that's why I said that. So, I'm not that, you know, I mean, I loved the toys when I was a kid, I've said this before, but I'm not excited to see Lego sets. I'm not really excited to see, you know, Poe Dameron figure. You know, I'd love to collect some of them, like some of the main characters and stuff, but overall it doesn't really excite me that much. It's cool and everything, but nothing really spectacular. And then they dropped the BB-8 toy. Wow. There's a working, functioning BB-8 toy that you can control with an app or something, and it rolls around. You know, it beeps and it just like, you know, it stays balanced and stuff. I mean, it's just incredible, and you just don't know how they do it. I mean, I think it's been released now how they created that the system, to the science of it, to make BB-8 work as an actual physical prop, and they put that into a toy, which I think is a bit pricey, but probably worth it really if you're a big fan of the character. But what I find funny is that you get in these Halloween costumes, like the Kylo Ren full costume, and this is like 3-4 months before the films even come out, but people are buying it because that is the way that it goes. Disney, you know, they are making the most out of what they bought for billions of dollars, you know, 3 years ago, and they're probably going to make that back very soon. You know, a friend of mine, Claire, was saying that George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney for a steal. You know, even though it was billions of dollars. I mean, they're going to make that back in big, fine form and fashion. They're going to be raking the money in. They're going to not know what to do with it. It's a license to print money, really, at this point, and you know, I don't care because I'm a big Star Wars fan. I can't really look at it and go, oh, it's sad seeing it take over the world. But no, I quite enjoy seeing it. But I'm not really into like all the Lego sets and everything. So that is Force Friday for me. I mean, I know there's books coming out, the Journey to the Force Awakens series of books and comics and things like that. I might get into some of them and talk about them on future videos in the next coming months as we ramp up towards the release of the film in December. But some episode 8 news, and then some really cool news at the end of this video. Episode 8 news, they're looking at new young actresses. I can't remember their names, I'm not going to go into them because I've done that before with episode 7 and it ended up being a non-starter, so I'll talk about them if they get announced or it's more solid rumours. But there's 3 young actors who are being considered for roles in episode 8, directed by Rian Johnson, which I believe is coming out in May 2017, and I didn't realise that before when I was talking about the September, you know, we're now in September, the September shoot in Ireland, the Skellig Island, or Skellig Rock, they're going back there, and I noticed that Mark Hamill had grown his beard back at a recent event, and I thought, okay, they're going to do some pickup shooting for episode 7. I'm starting to think that it's not pickup shoots, and it is episode 8, which was my first initial reaction. He's grown the beard back, he's filming episode 8! But the thing with that is, you know, where am I going? I've lost myself. Episode 8, filming on the island. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, and anyway, it seems it's confirmed now, basically, because a guy who I guess lives there, or I don't even know what the details are, but he kind of was talking about it to the press, about how he's defending the fact that they're going back to shoot there, because some of the locals aren't happy about things being disrupted with the Star Wars shoot happening on this island, in Ireland. And he's defending the decision, saying that it's going to bring more tourists in, it's going to get more people interested in knowing where the place is, and they're going to come and visit and stuff, and more money and stuff like that. That's basically what he's getting at. I'm completely paraphrasing here. I'm not going to read it off the exact quote, but and he says both the Star Wars films, and so that kind of confirms that they're filming episode 8 stuff on this island, which might be big spoilers that maybe, just maybe, Luke Skywalker is going to be in episode 8. Yes! That's what I want. That's what I want. I want Luke to be in the whole trilogy. I've said this many times before, and considering the only people who were seen, I think, on that on Skellig Rock filming episode 7 were Daisy Ridley and Mark Hamill, I believe that we will see Luke in Episode 8, and I'm so excited for that. And we'll probably get confirmation of that. We'll probably have some report that he's been seen there or whatever, but we'll find out. But anyway, that's what I was going to get. I kind of lost myself because there was a point I wanted to make, which was when I first saw that Mark Hamill had grown his beard back recently, and I knew that he didn't like having it, so he must be doing it for Star Wars. I got really excited because I thought Episode 8. And then I realised, oh wait, no, because you know they're not. That's not for another couple of years. They're not going to start filming that early. But really, considering that you know it's coming out in May, I think, of 2017, I'm pretty sure it's not as much of a run-up time. So they need to start working basically on it now. And they know that Episode 7 is going to be a smash hit. I mean, there's no doubt that these films are going to get made. There's just no possible reality in any dimensional universe that this film isn't going to break box office records and give them the money to make another 20 Star Wars films and off the success of it. So Episode 8 is locked in place, it's going to happen, and we now know they're also going to be start filming that film in March. So I'm assuming they might do some pickups for Episode 7, but it seems pretty much confirmed that Episode 8 stuff will be filmed this month, and then in March I think they're starting filming properly because Benicio del Toro has confirmed he's in the movies. Like, yeah, I'm doing Star Wars, I'm the villain. You know, he just dropped it out there and he's like, oh, but I don't think I should be saying that. I mean, I don't like shit like that, but he's going to be in the film. So that's interesting. I'm still on the fence about it, to be honest. I know people kind of got on my back about that and said he's a great actor, and he is, but I don't know. I don't really like the big names being cast in Star Wars films sometimes, you know, because I don't know, I don't really see, when you go back to the original Star Wars trilogy, there's no real big names in it at all. You know, Harrison Ford went on to be a big name, became a big name, and I guess Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher kind of did, but they were never really like A-list. Well, I guess they were A-list during that period, but that was from the films. You know, they weren't brought in as A-listers. No one was. And that's what I love about the Star Wars trilogy. You can just get more lost in it because there aren't, I don't know, it's just something weird about that, really, for me anyway. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, some Episode 8 news, the Force Friday stuff. This is some really interesting stuff. It is the toys that have come out for Finn, for Kylo Ren and Captain Phasma that have talking elements. So these are lines spoken by John Boyega, Gwendolyn Christie and Adam Driver as Finn, Captain Phasma and Kylo Ren respectively. And I was really excited to hear this. And for me, I was really concerned about Finn, about John Boyega, because his natural accent is a very kind of, you know, street London accent. You know, if you watch him in Attack the Block, that's kind of, he's exaggerating it in there, but his true accent is a real London kind of accent. I don't think it would work in Star Wars, so I was wondering what the hell is he going to do? Is he going to go like proper British? Is he going to go American? And now we have the answer. So if you don't want to hear any of the lines spoken here, then you can turn off the video, and thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and leave your thoughts about everything I talked about down below. But if you want to hear some of the lines from John Boyega as Finn, and I'll try and play these, then we'll do that. And bear with me because I got them all here on a page and it might not run too smoothly, but here we go. This is Finn as played by John Boyega, and some of the lines from the toy of him that has been released today. Let's see.
My name's Finn, and I'm in charge now. We go back to Jakku, we die. Stay low, put up the shields. We need cover, quick! FN-2187! I don't know what to do! I never should have rescued you! Listen, I've had a pretty messed up day.
I've had a pretty messed up day. That might be my new favourite line. I've had a pretty messed up day. I love it. Honestly, I was really excited to hear it. He's gone for a more American kind of thing, and he just sounds completely different to his normal accent, and I really appreciate that. And I think he sounds like he's doing a great job with it. That was my main concern with Finn. How is he going to sound? You know, and I think he's really pulled it off. I really like the way that Finn sounds. You know, he's got the power behind his voice. You know, he feels like he's going to be a good leading man. So there we go. Then we have Captain Phasma, played by Gwendolyn Christie, and I didn't even know if she'd have dialogue. I thought she could just be, you know, the lead stormtrooper who doesn't say anything. She could be a silent character, but she does have lines, and we'll hopefully hear them now if I can play it. Let's see.
Move to your ships now. On my command. Fire FM-2187. Submit your blaster for inspection.
Okay, so again, a bit of background noise because people are just filming this in toy stores and stuff. But I really like the way she sounds as well. She has that kind of dreamy British thing going on, but with an air of authority that I really like. And so yeah, I think she's going to be a tough, imposing, kind of silky voiced kind of badass. I'm really looking forward to her character in the film. And finally, the big one is Kylo Ren, and there's been a lot of controversy around this. A lot of people, I mean, again, this is the guy who's going to be the Darth Vader of the trilogy, hopefully, at least for this film. And you just think, what's he going to sound like? And that was the big thing. And well, it's one of the big things, I think. Is how is he going to sound? I think his character is going to be integral to the whole trilogy. I'm hoping anyway. And I've been saying how the look is great so far and how they're killing it in terms of the aesthetic of how this character looks, but how is he going to sound? How is he going to act? How is he going to operate as a character? We've heard about his motivations from J.J. Abrams, and that sounds great as well. So it seems like the character is going to be great, the look is great, but what about the performance? So we now have Adam Driver speaking the lines of Kylo Ren, and I'm assuming these are from the film. Not that I can't imagine they record lines just for the toys. So we'll see how it fits in. But, there's one here where he says, is it true you're just a scavenger? So it's pretty clear he's talking to Rey there. So, I mean, let's just get to it. We'll see if this will play. It might play an advert first. But we'll try Kylo Ren's dialogue. Let me see. Yeah, it's opened up an ad on me. So there might be an advert first. Let's see. Okay.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time. Is it true? You're just a scavenger. Don't be afraid. I feel it too. You know what I've come for. Don't fight it. You know you can't. I'm immune to the light. That weapon is mine. Together, we will destroy the Resistance and the Last Jedi.
Right, so that's kind of big spoilery stuff there. We will destroy the Resistance and the Last Jedi. Now, one line I didn't like was, that weapon is mine. Like, he sounded a bit like, but maybe, I don't know, it could almost go along with the fact that he's trying to be like Darth Vader, but inside he's still that kind of whiny little kid, maybe. I don't know, maybe that's kind of a cool thing that could run through it. But he sounds badass. People are saying he sounds like a pussy. People are saying that he just sounds not dark enough. People say that he just sounds like he's trying too hard. People say that the lines don't work. I'm a fan. I actually really like it. One of the bits I really liked was, where was it? Don't fight it, you can't, I'm immune to the light. There's good lines, I think, in there, and just the way he delivers them, again, I like the kind of warbling that is there, this distortion of his voice, and again, I almost feel like, he's wearing the mask not because he needs to like Darth Vader, but he's doing it to try and be like Darth Vader, and he wants his voice to be distorted, and he wants to kind of sound like Darth Vader, and but it's not over the top, it's not like the breathing, it's not like the robotic, but it's just a slight warbling that makes it sound a bit different, and I really like that. So there we go, that's my thoughts really, basically. My battery is running out, and let me know what you think about the voices. I'm really excited about that. I want to hear all the other characters and stuff, but I don't know, I don't feel bad spoiling myself on stuff like that, because the film is going to be so much bigger than just a few lines or just a few bits of story and stuff. And I've talked about this before in the series about spoilers and things, but I just want to absorb it all up, There'll be a point where, if I see an article that says, the ending of episode 7 spoiled, leaked, no, I'll be moving away from stuff like that. But little things like this, I don't mind. Learning more about the story, that stuff I'm interested in, and yeah, I was really, really excited to hear those characters speaking for the first time, particularly Finn and Kylo Ren. Even Captain Phasma, I was equally impressed by all of them, and I'm really excited about this film. As you can tell, probably. Thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts down below, and I'll see you next time, which will be next week.
I don't know, Pod Second.